The national housing market isn't what's happening in Western North Carolina. Not even close. Are home prices rising or falling across Western North Carolina? The answer depends on where you live and where you're looking. Hi, I'm O'Neill Scott with eXp Realty and your Asheville Connection. I track our market using a framework I call the three rings. They are the core, commuter, and beyond. Because Western North Carolina is no longer acting like one housing market. Today, we look at what's happening in each ring, where buyers are moving, and what it means if you're thinking about buying or selling. First, let's take a look at our map. Here we have the three rings map. The three rings are not official market areas. They are a simple way to understand how different parts of our region are performing. As you can see here, the center of the ring is Pack Square, downtown Asheville. From there, we have three concentric rings that perform differently. The first one is the core. It's in Asheville proper. The second one is the commuter, the communities surrounding Asheville, and beyond, the surrounding counties and mountain towns. Each attracts different buyers, each has different price points, and each behaves differently. Let's look at each of them. The core. The areas of the core are downtown Asheville, North Asheville, South Asheville, East Asheville, and West Asheville. It is still the region's lifestyle center. When people think about Asheville, they think about this area right here. It's like a whole vibe. Restaurants, healthcare, employment, arts and culture, walkability. Buyers still want Asheville, but they are more selective. And for many, that's not an option. The inventory has improved. We have more on the market. The pricing strategy matters more today than during the frenzy years. Today, homes that show well and are priced correctly continue to attract attention. I would add to that that they've been maintained and cared for. If you own in Asheville proper, are you noticing more listings appear in your neighborhood? Next, we have the commuter ring or ring number 2. The areas are Weaverville up north, Black Mountain to the east, Arden and Fletcher and Mills River below. And this may be the sweet spot for many buyers. It's close to Asheville. Some of them are still considered Asheville. It often has more space. And many relocation buyers begin their search in Asheville and eventually choose a commuter community. So they are highly desirable. Turnkey. The beyond are these 6 counties that surround Buncombe County. And these are properties that are a little bit further out, but they offer a completely different lifestyle, which some people will find very attractive. Additionally, pricing is different. Each one of these rings have pricing differences, location differences, benefits differences. So beyond, let's look at that. Here it is. It's these counties: Haywood, Henderson, Madison, McDowell, Transylvania, Yancey. This ring continues attracting attention. for many different types of people, for many and varied reasons. Buyers seeking affordability, retirees tired of the city and want a more relaxed, expansive environment, remote workers, people wanting more land, people wanting mountain lifestyle. Many buyers who once focused only on the Asheville are now exploring communities further out. For some households, this creates opportunities they simply could not find closer to Asheville. The biggest story is that Western North Carolina is behaving like three separate markets. As you see here, one of the reasons during my research that I was so excited about this and discovering the three rings is how they perform differently. And the data is very telling. So I wanted to share it with you. Let's move this out of the way, hopefully. So we've got our three rings, which are the core top left, then the commuter blue, and the beyond, which is green, the top being orange. And this is my spreadsheet of the numbers collected for the month of May. We're now in June, the beginning of June. These are the numbers for the three rings of Asheville and beyond, the monthly market update tracker. So if we look at this from the left to the right, the first one is the core. And these are the areas: Pack Square, Montford, West Asheville, Kenilworth, and Biltmore Forest, all in Buncombe County. We see here the median sold price for each of these neighborhoods, the average days on market, the core, what the area is known for, and then the percentage of average list price. So for instance, Montford, the median sold price in May is 869,500. Days on market, 59. It's a historic district, and the percent of average list price is 94%. Other notables in this area, let's isolate it out, is so we go from 86.9%, which was in Biltmore Forest, selling at $1,507,000, days on market 51, and it's near Biltmore Estate. Percentage of average list price again is 86.9%. At 27 average days on market is Kenilworth, which is near Mission Hospital. Median sold price is $615,000. At a percent of average list price, 96.2. This information is powerful if you are a buyer or a seller to know this market. Specifically, this is the core. Let's go down to the commuter area, which includes Haw Creek, Weaverville, Arden, Black Mountain, Swannanoa, and Woodfin. Oh, I forgot to tell you. The core is all within 8 minutes of Pack Square, which is the center of downtown Asheville. The commuter circle is between 8 minutes and 20 minutes of Pack Square. In this area, the commuter circle, when we're looking at the median sold price, we have a low of 392,242 and a high of $577,891. Interesting to note that I've been seeing this trending is Woodfin is the highest selling price. Look at only 22 days, average days on market. That's tight. It's considered the Rivers Arts District, and the percentage of average list price, 99.8. So the pricing is right. The, the sellers are doing great. The buyers are doing great. That's really solid. And it has been month after month since I've been watching it. Alternatively, in here at 51 average days on the market is Black Mountain with a median sold price of $496,240. It's the Artstown East Corridor, and it's selling percent of average list price at 90.9%. So you can see how this information can be of great interest to you. Let's go to the Beyond. The Beyond are the 6 counties that counties and cities that are more than 20 miles out. And we just went ahead and went with the counties themselves. And this also tells a story that you notice that what's happening is the highest price are in the core on average. Then it comes to the commuter circle, which is close in to Asheville, and then the Beyond, which is further out, with the lowest at $254,533 as a median sold price in Marion in McDowell County, to the highest in this area, which is $455,457 for Hendersonville in Henderson County. Hendersonville is known as a retirement-friendly community. However, it is quickly being a chosen location for young families. And there's many reasons for that if you want to refer to some of the other videos with great detail. So Hendersonville completing that, they are selling at 92.6% of average list price with a high of 455,000. And then the one with the longest time on the market at 109 days is Burnsville in Yancey County, artistic community. And the selling price is 91.3% of the average list price. And then I went ahead and looked at, let's look at the counties themselves. So in here, we have the lowest median sold price of $239,000 in McDowell, which is that Marion area. Again, Marion, which is nice about it, it's a straight shot on 40. It's east of Asheville. If you're a commuter, you just come straight across on 40, which is, it gives you a great value for your money. Average days on market are 94. And the percent of average list price is 91.3%. The high one on this sheet, on this area, is 95% for Henderson at 415,000 average or median sold price and 74 days on the market. And Madison County, where Marshall is, north of Asheville, is at $272,000 at 130 days. And then with the longest days is Madison County that hosts Marshall up north, where great values are happening, is 130 days and at 94.5% of average list price. So as you're looking at these different rings, you can see the closest when you're right there in the hub of Pack Square. Those are the highest prices. When you go to the commuter circle, those are the medium prices. And then when you come to the Beyond, those prices reflect those outer areas, which is a little bit more remote, but it's with I-26 being built out and improved, that is becoming more doable in commuting. So I encourage you to take a look at these rings and it's really interesting to see how it's going. And it's helpful for both buyers and sellers having access to this information and what it means because there's even more information available on our monthly reports because I even have additional data. But hit this one is interactive. Every month, page is updated so that you've got the most recent numbers the same time that we have them. Pretty awesome, huh? And it's not coming from some national broadcast that knows nothing about what's happening here, and you're getting the deep dive here. Yeah, I'm a little excited about it. What this all means for buyers, more choices, more negotiating opportunities. A wider geographic search may uncover better options for you. For sellers, pricing correctly matters, presentation matters, local market knowledge matters. For relocators, don't focus only on Asheville. Explore all three rings. The diversity is just absolutely wonderful. Even within the rings, these different areas have different cultures. So, in closing, Western North Carolina is still attracting buyers, locally and from far away. But not every market is moving the same way. As you saw here, understanding which ring you're in is becoming increasingly important. If you'd like help understanding your property's position in today's market, or you're considering a move anywhere in Western North Carolina, I'd be happy to help. Please subscribe for weekly updates on Asheville and Western North Carolina real estate. Also, come and check out that page, the three rings on your AshevilleConnection.com. 24/7, it's available to you. And YouTube's, where every week I'm dropping a new video about this market. I'm O'Neill Scott with eXp Realty and your Asheville Connection. I look forward to being with you next week.